this guy essentially is the master of, or at least he's known for being the master of hustle. The guy works like 14 hours a day. He's just this consistent machine. He's been doing that for 20 years. So quite an empowered being as far as just knowing how to get things happening, and also being strategic about the kind of work that he does as well, which has given him the success he's had so far. Welcome, Deepak. How you doing, man? Tell me how life's been since we last saw each other at GDC. And Nobby, how you doing, man? Your empowering words would be most welcome here as well. So thank you for coming on board and saying hi. So so Gary Vee, I had an interview recently on London Real. I'll make a link to that below. It is an hour-long interview, but I've got some really cool highlights from the thing I'd love to go through with you guys, and also get your thoughts on as well. So his business is essentially day trading attention. So he basically figures out what the masses will do before they realize they're going to do it, and then he goes there and masters that. So in this case, he was on Snapchat beforehand. He's got investments in Twitter and Uber. So the guy's been knowing where we're going and being able to stand in the way there. So if you want to start doing that as well and tapping into the flow of someone who's really on the ball when it comes to business and society and where it's going, then he's a man to tap into, Gary Vee. So a couple of points. He said one of his lines in the interview was that charismatic is an inch away from being full of shit. So I know the feeling of that because I've been both many times over. And it's just something a nice little point to keep in mind. If you are being charismatic, then people will misinterpret you for being full of shit. And and even frankly, if you're full of shit, you might get misinterpreted for being charismatic. But that doesn't mean that we shouldn't stop being charismatic. It just means that you're going to resonate with the people you're going to resonate with, and you're not with the ones you're not. So something that really spoke to me as well is that he is more of a businessman than a teacher. He does occur as like a personal development guru, and he has the speech and the charisma and the way to grab attention that many personal development and professional development people have. But he is a businessman first and then a teacher second. And I really love that. That's something I've tried to be myself as well, but sometimes I fall into the trap of just being more of the teacher than the businessman. So basically, I'm wanting to put my money where my mouth is, and I'm going to turn this into a startup. I'm going to turn doing the Idea Sex channel and just doing daily casts into a channel, into a business, and start hiring some people in a couple of weeks' time. So I'm really excited about that. So if you want to talk about getting involved with that, just talk to me via PM. So, love a couple of notes here. Damn, I'm in trouble if my charisma isn't working. Nobby, you've definitely got charisma in spades, mate, so you're all good. Gary Vee does work 14 hours a day. It does make me lazy. It makes me lazy, man. I used to work half an hour a week, dude. How lazy do you think I felt when I came across this guy? I was actually offended by this guy when I first saw him because it offended the fact that I did not work really much at all. But after a while, I've really taken to this guy. So one of the points he makes is that, he's not one of those 23-year-old life coaches that have never actually done anything significant in life. Go out, live. Streaming? Yeah. Do you mind pausing it for a sec? Sorry, man. Yeah. Okay, just getting our connection back here. There's just a video streaming in the background, so I'm just pausing that, so that's good. So giving from overflow is very, very important rather than just, giving from a space of pretense. This whole thing of authenticity as well, it's become quite big. It's become in vogue of late. And, it's thankfully because, the world's full of crap, unfortunately, and people having to put up fronts and be proper and all this kind of stuff, which has really never really gotten my interest. But the cool thing is that the essence of social media now is to, be completely genuine. And I'm just going to try and move and get a better signal, guys, and maybe say hello to the guys as well. So, say hi, guys.
Hey.
Hello.
Yeah, buddy.
You got Mike and Nat and Mike and Nat's parents, Alex and Layla.
Swedish power, yo.
Swedish power, indeed. So I'm a little bit closer to the thing. I'm just going to keep rolling. Is that all right?
No,
talking?
yeah,
It
all right,
won't be long. We'll be 5 minutes. So yeah, I'm a bit closer to. Hey.
I'm just going to show you your nipple here, man.
No! On camera, you guys caught it. So back to it. I'm a bit closer to the signal now here too. So giving from overflow, I was just talking about, basically giving from what you have in abundance rather than trying to teach people before you've actually gone out and done it. So go out, do whatever it is you do, master the industry, and then teach other people from there. That's what I say. So, the cool thing about that whole idea of being authentic on social media, being completely genuine to yourself and then putting it out on all the channels, it's basically Gary V's success tip for life, actually. That's what he does in all areas of his life. And I've noticed that. He is completely authentic. He might offend you and he might, offend a lot of people, actually. But yeah, he does know what he's doing and he is authentic to himself. So, okay, so, people... basically, social media will amplify that authenticity and expose it. So if we're not being, if we're not being authentic, that will come through so big time through social media, because you've got so many people just call you out on your crap. So I love it. That's why I'm doing this. I'm just like, yeah, you get to catch all different aspects of me, nearly every single aspect of me, and then just call me out on my crap. Please do. Please comment and call me out. So. People in general online are actually stunningly accepting of anything that they believe is in its purest form. We love purity. We've been sold to so much over the last couple of decades that we love purity and authenticity. If we try and fake something, a couple more points on from his cast. If you try and fake something and you have bad intent, then we love hating on that, and especially as Australians, we kind of really love hating on that.
Haters gonna hate.
Haters gonna hate. So. Just a couple more points, guys. And just pop any questions as well that you have in here. Welcome to the cast, Zulu, Kevin, Saga. Nice to see you too, man. And just pop any questions you have in general. Say hello to Janelle, guys. Hello. And, so coming back to the point. So... It's a really, really good point. Something that I want to take and embody as well. He believes in equally caring what everyone thinks, whilst at the same time not giving a crap what anyone thinks. So there's two different polarities sitting within our consciousness. If we can, still care about what people think and still care, especially about the people who matter to us and the people who know us best, but at the same time not care as well. So not give a crap if they're going to hate on you and not let that get to you. So it's all about the whole thing about being committed to the cause but not attached to it. So his whole Nobby says hello, by the way, Janelle.
Who?
Nobby says hello. So say hi back.
Hi!
All right, so, his overall thing, his overall words of wisdom that Gary Vee goes on about the most is to be patient, work hard, and stop complaining. So those are three tenets that he just harps on about in all his videos. So if you can catch that, you've caught 70% of his stuff. So be patient, work hard, and stop complaining. So a question from Zulu, what do you got the 670 other hours of the month you're not working? So, that's a funny question. I'm usually either making love or playing video games or living and learning. There's a living bit as well, showers and eating. So that's typically what I do outside of that. But now I've been doing this thing so much. It's been taking up so much of my time. And so... his intent, by the way, in life is to, his intent is to basically build the biggest tower in London without knocking over everyone else's tower, which is what a lot of people do. Let's see, my intent I have here is to become rich and powerful enough to make a much bigger difference in the world around me. So just came up with that on the fly, and I'll obviously flesh that out later on. But what's your intent? Just type that below. If you've got an intention, your intention will call you into action. It will guide everything you do. So set your intention now and share it with us if you like. So one of the things he also teaches is how to, I'm just going to finish off at this point, that he teaches how to capitalize on platforms whilst they're there to capitalize on. So that's a very interesting thing. So if we get good at, and we're all going to be digital, it's quite obvious that it's in our lives to stay. So, he will get good at doing digital on YouTube, which he did 10 years ago. He was one of the first people on YouTube. The first 4 months of YouTube being out there, he was on it, doing a show every day. But the platform will change, but a lot of the time the energy and the thing that you're bringing across won't. So move to different platforms if you need to. For example, Snapchat is big right now, and it's getting bigger. And I've avoided the heck out of that, but I might just jump over to do it. There's another one called Musical.ly, which I've just heard about today. So that's Musical.ly, L.ly, where you can make your own music videos or something. I haven't even loaded the app yet, but check that out. It's going gangbusters. And, Instagram is currently basically the number one for all intents and purposes, other than Facebook, of course, for social media. So if you haven't jumped on that, check out Instagram. It's going massive at the moment. What else? He's a couple of his other rules as well. He gives 51% because he believes that he can turn his 49% into 110%. So, give the 51% and take the 49. That's a cool way of living. I don't know if I fully agree with it, but that's one of his points. One thing I do really agree with is that in every given situation, he looks at how do I bring value to wherever I'm at, whoever I'm with. So that's cool. Most people take from people because they're not good, they're not strong. So, interesting point. If you feel the need to keep taking, then it might be worth looking at, are you actually within yourself able to stand on your own 2 feet and make things happen in and of yourself? And a true entrepreneur, he says, is capable of doing it on their own. They don't need you, therefore they can go and make things happen if they have to by themselves. But of course, they can empower other people to do it as well and pay them and make it easier. So his last point is that his things that he wants to do is to be a legend that grows up being on the right side of history. So a lot of the stuff he says is controversial, a lot of the stuff he says isn't easy to swallow, but and it isn't easy to sell as well. But at the end of the day, he wants to be in his grave and know that he's actually made a difference to everyone. So I love that. I'm going to try that on myself as well. And I'll just finish off with Zulu Flo Zion says he wants to reap the benefits of blessed efforts and to inspire 500 million people worldwide to take up a daily mindfulness presence gratitude practice. I love that, man. That's one of the best I've heard. So there's Zulu Flo Zion on Instagram. Follow him. We're doing a daily Facebook Live challenge. He's got to catch up a little bit, I know, but I believe in you, man. So let's do this. Get back on the train. And we'll catch you all later on. Take care. Love all your faces. Mwah. And say bye, guys.
Yeah, buddy.
All right.